You're watching PBA here on IBC 13, and even if Talk and Text is leading against Global Port, ang mga Batang Pierre they're off to a good start. But the team believes that their top 3 spot is not yet sustainable, even if they have offensive players. They think that they want to prioritize defense first, and because they have very emotional star players, they want to use that emotion more on the positive side. Let's go to Charlie and Dominic.
Thanks a lot, Sel. Sa Global Port yung maaga pa sa ating torneo. Nasa number 3 spot sila. Ngunit yun na nga maaga man, konti lang naman ng elimination round games. So they've already, this is like almost halfway para sa Global Port. This is their 4th ball game out of 9 elimination round games. And you really just want to get into that top 8 and then not just get kicked out right away after the first 9 games. Kung nasa 9 and 10th position ka, goodbye ka na agad.
Well, first you want to get to top 8, but then you shorten it a little bit more, top 4, because yung top 4 teams will get a twice to beat advantage.
Pero game at a time na, ika nga ni Coach Junel Baculi. Good so far after 3 games, 2-1. J-Wash, hands it over to Lingana. Takes the jumper just inside the 3-point line. Di pumasok yan. Aaron Aban, another rebound. Jason Castro.
Talk and Text able to get those rebounds, but sometimes getting sloppy and turning the ball over after that rebound.
Kaya na parang nangangapa ang Talk and Text. That's something na hindi natin naisip na masasabi natin tungkol sa Talk and Text dahil parang efficient yung makina nitong kupunan na ito for so many conferences in a row. And then now you see them, you have terms from Randy Del Ocampo na nag-readjust ako, tapos nangangapa pa si ganito, tapos di ba? They're feeling each other out. And there's something very uncharacteristic para dito sa tropang texters, and a lot of their fans are getting restless dahil sa mga ganong classic comment na bakit hindi tayo bumukbok the way we used to? But I guess you gotta put things in proper perspective, no?
Well, definitely there have been changes in Talk and Text, but one thing about Talk and Text is they're always there fighting. They're always one of the top teams dito sa PBA. Sometimes, when you set the bar really high and you don't get there, syempre yung mga fans, yung mga supporters naghahanap. Just like when you've won X amount of championships, anything less than a championship is not good enough.
That's right. Pero ngayon, doing enough to lead by 10 at this point. 10:46 remaining sa ating first half. 29-19. They're saying that they're not playing that well yet they're up by 10. Global Port trying to come back. J-Wash gets his own miss. Sean Anthony nangungulit pero J-Wash retains it. Hits the board. And Anthony picks it up. Tumatakbo na naman ang Blue Shirts. Castro kicks it over to Aban. Balik kay Castro. Bukas mula sa 3. Bitin yan. Rebound Aban. Taps it over to Carey who saves it to the wrong guy. Ito si Willie Miller. Shoves it over to Marquis. Marquis makes his move. Absorbs the contact from Anthony. Walang pigo pero magok ang dalawa.
You gotta give the hustle of Sean Anthony, Harvey Carey, and Aaron Aban on defense. Even if Global Port still made that 2 points, yung depensa nandun.
Castro. Get over to Anthony. Anthony the bounce back to Harvey. Harvey wants to go baseline. Taps it over to Aban. Aban masyado malakas ang layup. J-Wash gets the rebound, gets clipped. Looks like it's going to be called on Aaron Aban. Pangalawa din ni Aaron Aban yan. So a chance for Global Port to close this 8-point gap. Rudy Lingana getting the primary backup minutes at the point guard slot. Early on, it was JP Belenchon getting minutes at that number 1 spot para kay Coach Junel Baculi. But Lingana had broken into that rotation. Hits the basket after getting an offensive rebound.
Because of plays like that, he doesn't give up. He's not really initiating anything for himself when it talks about the offense. Pero pag nakakuha siyang offensive rebound, nagpo-force siya ng mga turnovers, kaya nadadagdagan ng minuto ni Rudy Lingana.
Castro directing the offense. Ali Peak comes for the pick, but he doesn't use it. They go over to Sean Anthony. 1 second to go on that shot clock. He takes it just at the nick of time. Hits the rim. And Harvey Carey keeps it alive. Throws it off. Rudy Lingana. And they're debating over whether he threw it while he was still in the right place. Pero on the outside na raw yata si Harvey Carey. Ay, hindi. Mukhang they're gonna keep it. Yun.
He was outside.
Rudy Lingana nasa labas. Binato sa kanya dito si Harvey Carey. At natawagan ng technical foul ang Global Port. Batang Pier dahil doon sa reaksyon yata ng bench doon sa play na yon, and nasa free throw line ngayon for a technical free throw si Jason Castro.
The technical foul is on Romel Adukul, part of the coaching staff.
Assistant coach Romel Adukul na, di ba? So tropang Texters retain possession. On the good save mula rito kay Harvey Carey. Nobody wants to inbound the ball. Castro have to run over to pick it up. Ryan Reyes ang tumanggap. 15 seconds on that shot clock. Castro bumapofte. Kick out to Ryan Reyes. Spin move in the lane. Wanted to pass to Raba who turned his back. Dewas picks it up. Dito kay Lingganay. Gets the baseline. Strong move to the basket. Rudy Lingganay over Raba Al-Husseini.
4 points now for Rudy Lingganay. Just changing the intensity for Global Port.
Castro agad naman sumagot. From the left side, hitting with the right.
Sabi ni Jason Castro ko, Rudy ko mabilis ka, mas mabilis ako.
Tama yun. Small guys doing so many great things so far sa ating komperensya. You know, of course, there's Eman Montfort from Barako. Jai Reyes played well in the first 2 games itong tropang Texters. Lingganay's jumper doesn't go. Ito si Harvey Carey with the rebound. Ryan Reyes to Jason Castro. And you read those names and you're saying, wow, what a strong team. Norman Black Hats. The ball goes out of bounds as Carey hits the deck. Tignan natin yung play ito. Rudy Lingganay. All the way to the rim, partner. Sinagot naman ni Jason Castro Williams.
Right away, Jason Castro trying to get it back. That's how quick he is.
Bumaposte si Dewas. Siya na ang nakabantay. The bounce inside the Chad Alonso. Alonso goes up strong. Another basket over Raba Al-Husseini. You can see the frustration in Raba Al-Husseini's face. He's right there to block it, pero hindi nga naabutan.
Well, especially because yung huling mga tira nasa harapan niya. Nandun siya sumusubok na dumipensa but not able to stop those shots.
Tony Mitchell's 3 doesn't go. Rebound. John Dan Salvador nakakuha. You look at this front line ng Global Port. You got guys like John Dan Salvador, Chad Alonso. Undersized for those front court positions, but guys are really for the ball.
And guys were very solid, strong, and heavy. But the defense of Talking Tex having some miscommunication. Lahat ng punto ng Global Port, the last 6 or 8 points have been from the inside on the right side. So dun may butas para dito sa Talking Tex.
Witness hard-hitting MMA action in PXC 39. Haharapin ni Mark Mugen-Striegel si The Beast Jang Yong Kim para sa featherweight title on September 14, 8 p.m. in Ares Sports Arena in Pasig City. Buy your tickets now. Mapapanood din sa Action TV ito sa September 15 at 9 p.m. And with 7:04 remaining here in the first half, Global Port goes on a run to cut what was once a 10-point lead down to just 3. Tropang Texas napatawag ng tama, Toms.
Alam mo, nakakainis pa doon para kay Raba Al-Husseini. Nung first quarter, dalawa yung supalpal niya. Nung huli, hindi niya maabutan, but looks like they're able to talk about that and see what kind of adjustment they will do.
Good play coming off that timeout. Mag-isa si Larry Ponasier. Muntik na nga sa 3 seconds kakasenyas na sa kanyang kakampi na pasahan sa doon, and they got it. Ang dalawa si Larry to stretch the lead back to 5, and Ponasier, rather Ryan Reyes steals that ball in the air and pass, tries to go behind his back, and Chad Alonso steals it right back. Lead pass to Dewas. Dewas loses it. Saves it over to Ranidel. Napapasahan to the wrong guy. Ito dalawang kapunan na to. Ponasier goes over to Tony Mitchell and he throws it away. What a sequence.
Turnover after turnover, then another turnover for the other team, and another turnover.
Sabi ni Tony Mitchell, relax lang muna. Let's slow it down a bit. Everybody, get back into your element. Mitchell, nahihirapan i-handle yung bola. Dropped it a couple of times. 6 seconds on that shot clock ng Tropang Texas. Ranidel. Baba rito kay Raba. Looks up at the clock. Takes the jumper. Wala na naman para kay Raba Al-Husseini. Willie Miller pushing it up for Global Port. Miller on the baseline. Tries to go to Lingganay. And Lingganay steps on the line. Turnover. Ano yung mga lima? Anin kasunod na turnover. Itong dalawang kapunan. Not the prettiest series.
Lalo na yung mga turnover ng mga pasa. Malalayo yung pasa eh.
babasa ng mga defenders, yung mga agis pala sa backcourt. Ito si Chad Alonso. Getting physical, Alonso and Tony Mitchell.
Well, Tony Mitchell has been complaining about the intensity of Chad Alonso, but that's what Chad Alonso is there for.
And
Play physically and pahirapan talaga siya.
It's straight up defense. Shove here and there. At second motion pa si Chad Alonso after the initial 2 bumps. Technical foul ang tinawag kontra kay Chad Alonso, former Adamson Falcon.
That's a right call by the referees. That's a second motion because pagkatapos na ng pito.
Which gifts Tropang Texters with a technical free throw by Larry Fonardi. So 6 na ulit ang lamang ng Tropang Texters and they have the ball with 14 seconds on their shot clock.
Well, even if he's gotten a technical foul, if you're Coach Jonel Baculi and Gil Laporte, okay lang because naiintindihan mo, nakikita mo that Alonso is getting under the skin of Tony Mitchell.
This is an intense game. These two teams are really going at it. Kita mo naman yung subok ni Sol Mercado para tapikin lang yung bola palabas on that play. He lunged forward and hit the deck. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 5:31 remaining sa ating first half. Wanna share finds Ryan Reyes. They go to Ranidel, makes his move from the outside, spins in, one fake, goes up, hinawakan na lang ni J-Wash. 2 free throws para kay Ranidel.
J-Wash making sure that Ranidel will not get 2 points, try to earn it from the line. But that's what we were talking about. Ranidel being one of the best big men here in the PBA. Ang gandahan pa dito kay Ranidel, may depensa siya, he can drive, he can shoot from the outside, he has great footwork. The best thing about his game, yung kanyang footwork.
Galing nga footwork itong mamang to. When he was still with the Air 21 franchise a few years ago, nakikita mo na he was developing yung kanyang low post supremacy over yung mga nakabantay sa kanya. And he's taking it to another level dito sa talk and text. Kahit sa international, naloloko niya yung mga big men ng mga kung ano-anong koponan doon sa FIBA Asia. Yung mga sudden scoop shots niya underneath na walang katalon-talon. Ito si Radidel de Ocampo, really just one of the best in the land right now. Alonso binaba kay Jondan. 5-second shot clock. Jondan goes baseline. Shoves it over to Chad Alonso. To Markeith. 2 seconds to go on that shot clock. Markeith jumper finds the mark.
Cummings now with 10 points, and his 10 points have been easy and steady.
Walang out of rhythm na tira. Ito si Ryan Reyes over to Larry Fonashare. Larry on that drive kicks it out to Tony Mitchell for 3. Bounces in.
First 3-point shot of Tony Mitchell for this ball game, and it was like a sigh of relief when it all of a sudden just knocked down.
11 points para kay Tony Mitchell. Jondan Salvador posting up Raba. Spins, turnaround jumper para kay Jondan. That's the specialty of Jondan Salvador.
One of the heavier big guys here in the PBA. When I say heavy, mabigat, marunong siya mag-urong ng mga players.
At ang hirap niyang urungin. No less than Dorian Peña told me one time, big Dorian Peña, na isa sa pinakamalakas na low post defender. Ito si Jondan Salvador. And on the miss of Willie Miller, Tony Mitchell tracks it down and fouled in the backcourt. Jondan called for the personal. Ito pumasok na ulit ito si Gary David, replacing Willie Miller. We have more on Gary David mula kay Sel Guevara.
We want more from Gary David. I am sure yan ang siguro ng mga fans ni El Granada, pero hindi dinidibdib ni Gary David ang pressure to score more. Well, I'm sure Gary doesn't want to play stress, right?
Walang stress dapat kay Gary David, but the thing with Gary is that he hit that winning shot last time, Dom, as we see the battling inside para sa basket, and Ranidel missing the point-blank shot. Si Gary, he's not gonna stop shooting, diba?
Well, the good thing about David is, like right there, ang maganda sa attitude na yun, hindi siya nape-pressure na kailangan niyang tumira pa nang wala sa forma. Meaning, he will not force his shots. Alam niya na dadating yun. And he knows that his teammates will still look for him.
Tama yun. Ibang level kasi yung galing ito si Gary David. Just in some sort of mini slump perhaps. That 3 might get him going. Ryan Reyes scoops it up. Wala yan. Raba. Marvin Hayes tapigan ng bola. Ball will stay with the blue shirts. Timeout called on the floor by the Global Port Barang Pier. Gary David hitting the 3 to cut the lead down to just 3 points, 39 to 36. sa Europe via OSN TV tomorrow at sa Guam via MCB Broadband. Sabihin nyo inyong mga kamag-anak na abangan ang mga aksyon na labanan ng PBA at UFL sa Aksyon TV International. Enjoy mga fans natin dito. Getting some freebies during the timeouts as Global Port strategizes kung paano sila makakabalik. Well, actually, after a 10-point deficit, they've cut it down to just 3. And a good sign, of course, Gary David has already 8 points in the ball game, Tom.
Well, if you try to dissect the second quarter, they were down by 7 at the start of the second quarter. And there was a point in that second quarter na turnover after turnover for both teams. So, no team really getting in control of this quarter. If you're Global Port, this is where you want to make your move. You're 4 points more. Dito sa quarter na to, you've scored 17. Talkentex only has 13. And even your defense has improved because Talkentex is shooting 20% from the field.
Well, that raises a percentage a bit. Ito si Sean Anthony, ang ganda ng kanyang layup to the basket coming off the timeout. Sol Mercado, nahanap si Jondan sa poste. Jondan looking for cutters. Decides to go in. Good double mula kay Sean Anthony. But they lose the ball to Sol Mercado, who strolls in for that layup. Gary passes sa loob. Punta kay Raba Lusaini. Some distraction mula kay Gary David. Ang ball around at palabas kay Gary David. The ball stays with TNT as Ryan Reyes goes to the bench. Jason Castro ang pumalit sa kanya. Larry versus Gary. So they went at it out during practice ng FIBA. Gilas Pilipinas, bitin ang ang 3-point attempt ni Sean Anthony. Gary David able to get it. Takes it from 3-point land. No go as Raba rips it down. Under 2 minutes remaining just at the first half. Mitchell, bagsak silang dalawa ni Marvin Hayes, and Hayes called for the personal.
Tony Mitchell not really getting his going just yet. 11 points for Mitchell, but he's been having a hard time. Wala siyang clear lane to the basket. Yung puntos niya, 3 points. At kanina, yung dalawang layup niya, isang dunk galing sa assist. So he was a cutter.
Nasa linya siya ngayon para sa dalawang free throws. Alam mo, just goes to show you the difficult life of a PBA import, Domsa. Tinan mo, kanina, Chad Alonso, physical na physical kay Tony Mitchell. Got called for a technical for a third bump after the whistle been called. Dito si Marvin Hayes, they got tied up. Pagsakta naman si Tony Mitchell, slow to get up. And you know, if you even look at other games natin, you know, a guy like Zach Graham, the high-scoring import ng Air 21, kahapon sa laban nila kontra sa Raiders, nagpapalitan ba naman magbantay sa kanya? Gabe Norwood at si Jaire Ibanez, two of the best in the land. He's limited into his conference low 18 points. Ang hirap ng buhay ng mga imports na ito dahil marked man talaga sila.
They're definitely a marked man right from the moment you get in to that court.
There's a 3-point in front of share. The shove all the way to Marvin Hayes. Goes up strong. Kontra rito kay Raba Al-Husseini as Hayes bumps into our baseline referee. Hacking foul. Raba Al-Husseini, kanyang unang personal. And Hayes goes to the line. Hayes had a good production first quarter with 6 points.
Hayes really there in Global Port because of what he brings to the table. You know, he's able to bring in that energy na hinahanap ng Global Port. When he comes off the bench or even when he starts, ganun pa rin yung energy na binibigay ni Hayes. And that's why Coach Junel Magbuy has been giving him a number of minutes. You know, minutes maybe other teams would not have given him, but because of what Coach Junel has seen him, and yung pinuprove niya game in and game out, that he deserves those minutes.
Getting extended minutes to si Marvin Hayes. Marami nga nagtatanong nung nag-umpisa ang ating konferensya, sino ba yan? As Sean Anthony, may nagtanong mga sa akin, sino ba yung import Global Port? Yung Cummings mo, yung Hayes? Sabi yung Hayes, JRU yan, diba? NCAA tire data yan. Ito, sabitan ng tao. Markeith Cummings and Sean Anthony hitting the deck. Markeith not liking the physicality going on. Panoorin natin din kami pag-pihit ni Markeith Cummings eh. They hit the floor with front partner. Boom. Those are the things you feel the next day.
Well, definitely you will feel that tomorrow morning.
Markeith Cummings, strong move to the bucket. He gets it. Chance for the 3-point play. And you knew he wanted that eh. Diba doon sa bagsak nila a while ago ni Sean Anthony, hinihingi niya yung bola. Gusto niyang challenge ang depensa ng Bushers.
Wanting to prove a point, using his quickness, one little fake, going to the basket, helped by Al-Husseini, Still getting the 2 points.
Napuna mo nga sa huling mga laro ng Global Port. Pag nakaset sa yung dalawang paa na talon na ganun, he's really strong going up. As he misses the free throw, fails to complete the 3-point play. Apat ang hinahabol ng Global Port. Itong tropang Texters maintaining that lead. Tony Mitchell decides to take it dahil nahulog ito si Marvin Hayes. At alam lang Marvin Hayes, sayang, sabi niya, nagdulas kasi ako.
Well, he lunged at that basketball. Mitchell able to recover his feet, getting that 3-point shot.
Sol wanted it back pero mintis ang kanyang 3-point attempt. Tony Mitchell. Pinalik muna kay Castro ang bola. 4-second differential or 3-second differential game clock at saka shot clock. Napatawag ng timeout. 30-second variety. So si Jason Castro sa pagtawid niya sa timeline. Of course, Coach Norman wants to set something up to stretch this lead bago mag-halftime.
I really like what Jason Castro's doing, going to his teammates, trying to pep them up, showing something he's probably learned with that Gilas experience, something he's learned from Jimmy Alapag. Wala nga pa rin si Jimmy Alapag sa talk and text, pero ang ganda yung pinapakita ni Jason na hindi lang scoring, na hindi lang siya yung papasahan mo at siyang score, but also taking in the cudgels of trying to keep his team all together on the same page.
Well, obviously, he is the lead guard of the future. If not the present already, para rito sa tropang Texas, Alapag has been the main man at the points for many years. Ngunit alam naman natin, ganun talaga. Pag tumagal na ang panahon, medyo nag-iiba-iba. Although, Alapag, my gosh, performance ng FIBA age, especially against South Korea, was just phenomenal, Doms, and we all thank him for that, of course, for hitting those cold-blooded three-pointers. Pero Jason Castro has found his place in this league. Sean Anthony nahihirapan ipasok ang bola. Naagaw na nga si Markeith Cummings. Imagine coming off that timeout. They go to Gary D, who finishes on the break.
Turnover by Talk and Text. Global Port making them pay right away. Kita mo yung aggressiveness ng Global Port. Ilan yung nakababa to get that fast break.
Pero baka makahuling hirit pa ang tropang Texters dito. Castro, nasa kanya ang bola. He takes the jumper from 3. He rims it, and at the half, tropang Texters keep the lead by 5, 49-44. Pero ang Global Port hindi papaiwan after the first 24 minutes of action.